This
Yeah.
area seems to be in disarray. Wonder if this is recent.
Well, there's certainly enemies here. Be great if you don't block me.
So boring. No green stuff here. Getting hungry. Wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off.
I think there's someone right.
Huh? What's that? Who's there?
Hello.
Kill us all!
Yeah, I have no idea where everyone
Have
is.
to come out sooner or later.
Yeah. They're converging on us.
Out there, somewhere. You can't hide forever! You're here! You're here! Stop hiding! There you are! Oh my, you pig!
Shit. We've been spotted.
Fight, human! You'll die well!
Didn't realize there's a door there.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder.
I don't think they have the capability of opening it. On the other hand, I probably do.
I wanted to fight.
Is it locked?
I'm hungry for humans.
There isn't much left to properly identify these remains.
But
That's it.
better than Brahmin or bug. Anything's better than bugs. A noise.
Mission accomplished.
For
glory.
Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
Pipe rifle this, pipe rifle that.
Judging from the amount of dust present, it's safe to assume we're the first people to investigate this location in quite a while.
So the super mutants didn't really give a shit what this place was originally for. Ah, we gained 3 level ups. Okay. Need 1 more for sneaking. More for gun nut. Demolition expert. Explosives do more damage and affect a larger area. The larger area might be a real problem. Hacking. Yes, master terminals. Yes, please. 1 more for scrapper. We have to take this. Yeah. Next level up is well, sneaking and science.
Got it.
On the positive side, we are reaching a point where we have the core set of skills, so we can start focusing on maybe picking some luxuries. like getting strength up.
This area's obviously been
Nice.
Permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking.
abandoned for quite some time.
Ammo, ammo, money, ammo, silver. Whiskey. Nukes. Ammo, 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 ammo. Grenades, grenades. Money, pulse mine. Couple of bolt action, whatchamacallit. Not interested. Those pipe guns are something I don't want to touch anymore. We moved past them. They're just wasted weight at this point. If we had a different type of build where we could have hundreds of pounds of excess weight, that's a different matter, but we can't. Baseball glove. Gas mask with goggles. Don't detect anyone here, so if there's no more super mutants either, what exactly are we supposed to deal with here? We need to
This
secure.
area seems to be in disarray. I wonder if this is recent.
More whiskey. Suppose we need to find the mini nukes.
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
Thanks for the tip. It's like he assumes I don't have the ability to goddamn walk around without falling over myself.
Remain vigilant. This place may appear abandoned, but that doesn't mean we should drop our guard.
Yeah, I'm in perfect agreement with that. In fact, it just makes me more wary. By the looks of things, there's still could be a significant portion of the site left, but no enemies. I suppose it's more suspicious because that's now
That's an interesting find. And still intact.
because that's not how usually these levels are designed. There's still the upper floor. Private Mernhunt's holotape. I wish things like holotapes would be separate This is just a too big of a list, and it's getting longer and longer and longer.
Word came down that the Army just unloaded the first batch of the M42s this morning. I've only seen the specs for these little beauties on paper, so Private Bertram and I snuck down to take an early look. When I heard that the Eggheads were designing a manned portable nuke launcher, I thought they were nuts. They actually got the damn thing to work. And after seeing the real thing sitting right in front of me, I think they could be just enough to tip the balance of this war in our favor. I mean, can you imagine the look on the enemy's face when we get dropped into Anchorage carrying these babies? They won't know what hit them.
Right. Upstairs. Is it? Some ammunition. Don't really see anything else we can really do here. Yeah. We're pretty much done. Do we have a mission? Secure Fort Strong Armory. We are not still done, but where haven't we been? As of today, command of Fort Strong has passed to me. I'm looking forward to helping the US Army test some of its experimental weapon systems at our facility. I've already had the men preparing the island for testing operations by tearing down the old barracks and constructing a simulated town. Since we'll be fighting the enemy on an urban front, I think the best way to test these weapons is by seeing how well they punch through civilian structures. We've been testing the new batch of T-51B power armor suits that the Army Corps of Engineers just rolled off the assembly line. I'm impressed with the amount of protection they afford our soldiers. It allows them a great deal of mobility. I've noticed that these soldiers are still having trouble jumping in these things. Because of the suit's weight, they often tip over on hard landings. I've had the maintenance boys look at it, and they're suggesting adding a gyroscope and shock absorbers to the lower torso. I'll pass it up the chain and see if I can get Washington to spend the extra money it'll cost for the modification. Things are starting to heat up overseas, so Washington is pushing us to cut our project turnaround times in half. I told them that would be dangerous, but it seems like we don't have much of a choice. I've decided to split my staff into Alpha Team and Bravo Team, so we can work on 2 projects at the same time. The manpower will be reduced, but I'm convinced that we'll still be able to maintain our new schedule. I'm going to put Alpha Team on power armor and Bravo on the M42 Fat Man launchers. Alpha Team just shipped out the first batch of T-51B suits to the front in China. Reports are already coming in that the suits are performing better than expected, chewing through enemy tanks and armor like they were paper. Word has it that some of the enemy troops are even surrendering when they catch sight of power armor troops hauling their 5mm miniguns. Looks like Alpha Team has earned themselves a weekend pass in Boston. Bravo Team is having a heck of a time getting the M42s not to shoot far enough away from its firing position. The problem is that the warhead is still too heavy to fire the distance required. Our simulated soldiers are still soaking far too many RAS and suffer blast burns. One of the technicians has suggested a radical idea of using a conventional depleting subcharge to catapult the round rapidly out of the launcher. His calculations look sound, so I'm going to let him give it a try. After a few design setbacks and the loss of one of our testing squads, we finally perfected the M42 launcher's firing mechanism. Washington has been writing me to wrap this project up, but with a weapon this potent, I was inclined to take my time. We sent the launchers ahead to the spy yard in Mississippi. We were just waiting for the go-ahead to ship the warheads wherever they need to go. Hopefully, we can get those nukes out of here before the month is out. I don't feel comfortable sleeping 20 feet above enough nukes to reduce this island to ash.
I wonder what's in here.
I'd be
Found a
so
firearm.
good for you. I like dog meat. Except in power armor. Okay, apparently I haven't kept my eyes open because I can't secure this area for some reason. I need to find access to the sub-level. Yeah. How do we get to the sub-level? It's behind this, I think. Right. Question answered.
Where do you want me?
I want you to come in the elevator. Hostiles arrive. Right.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
Get used for it, maybe. One's coming to investigate.
Keep your safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
No shit. Purified water. Of course. But this dirty water. Makes sense to me. Right. Armor station. Okay, there's an enemy right near us, not quite sure where. Okay, that's probably fusion core generator.
I am tired of this place.
Legendary super mutant butcher.
Yeah, we should move north, range out, and hunt.
Ah, fuck. If I was alone, I could try the syringe gun. I don't think it makes much sense now. I want to nuke a grenade. Plasma might do. We're in a tight quarter with
What?
could be very powerful enemies.
More? Oh. Yes, brother. Whoa.
They're going to attack, they're gonna come through there. We could mine it, but again we have allies, so I don't think they'll go down well. This is where the super mutants are. Cool. I think I'm just gonna start chucking grenades.
This equipment's here for a reason. Let's find out why.
Who's there? Gonna find you soon, human. Come out, wherever you are.
Well, he didn't want to come to us, so I wasn't exactly interested in just leaving him there. Targets. 2 hostiles. Fairly close. This is not a good way to encounter them. I'll be forced into close quarters. Bags.
Whatever this thing was, it's been totally torn to pieces.
Right.
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Sure thing, buddy. Let's loot the legendary. That might also provide us a path that is.
We should search this area carefully for any technical documentation or pre-war artifacts.
Yeah, this sort of the Brotherhood of Steel sort of reminds me of Warhammer 40,000.
Anything useful?
Trying to hoard ancient relics and technologies. Bravo Team testing terminal. Things are getting tough around here. Brock has decided to split our men into 2 teams. I drew one of the short straws, so I ended up on the M42 Fat Man launcher team, while most of my buddies are sitting pretty upstairs with the T-51B suits. I can't even begin to describe what a ridiculous idea the M42 is. A man-portable mini-nuke thrower that a trooper in the field is supposed to deploy at close range. I've been poring over the schematics and I have no idea how we're going to get this thing to throw a warhead far enough not to kill the soldier unlucky enough to be stuck with these death traps. We've stripped the warhead weight down as much as possible, but I think we're looking at this the wrong way. Instead of trying to reduce the warhead weight, we should try and amp the power of the thrower itself. I know that means adding weight to an already heavy piece of ordnance, but I don't think we have any choice. One of the guys suggested we try magnetics to push the warhead through like a railgun, but the power pack would need to be the size of a suitcase. I'll keep picking away at this problem and see what I can turn up. We lost 2 good soldiers this morning. They were on the surface testing the MIRV variant of the launcher when one of the warheads misfired and hit the ground right where they were standing. Poor pastors didn't even have a chance. We couldn't even find any remains to send home to their folks, so Brock told us to just fill some cans with sand. I'll tell you, that guy doesn't give a crap about us. He's just worried about the brass back in Washington giving him a hard time. I was in bed last night when I had one of those eureka moments. I ran over to the night shift guys in the lab, swept all of their drawings on the floor and started sketching my idea. They must have thought I'd lost my mind. 6 hours and about 14 cups of coffee later, I had it all mapped out. We'd use a small subcharge as a launching catalyst to catapult the warhead from the launcher. We'd have plenty of range, and the subcharge would be built into the warhead itself. Brock seemed to like the plan and gave us the go-ahead to prototype the device. I can't wait to try it out. It took the better part of a year and over 100 test firings, but the M42 is ready to ship out into the field. I can't believe I spent over a year on this single project. I feel pretty good knowing we're delivering a well-tested weapon to our own guys fighting overseas. Now that it's over, I suppose Brock will move us on to something else. But for now, I'm going to spend the rest of the month packing up these warheads to ship off. Right. Indeed. Microscope. It's sort of amusing that a lot of these weapons and ammunitions and grenades are not really what you look forward to as loot. If you're more inclined to use the crafting system at least, you're probably looking forward to these microscopes and things like that much more than anything else. Missile launcher.
Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Hunter's Knuckles. Just 50% more damage against animals. Okay. That's useful. I mean useless. Unless you want to really micromanage this thing, you don't give a shit about something like that. You want just something that does
Judging from the amount
a
of
lot
dust
of
present.
damage. Not a lot of damage to animals, but otherwise it's a piece of shit.
Nice.
Decent amount of ammunition.
Safe to assume we're the first people to investigate this location in quite a while.
Dandy boy apples. Right, so just killed a couple of super mutants, get access to the missile warheads, and call it a day. What is that?
Developing this level of technology is a lost art that the Brotherhood's hoping to revive.
Huh, there's a mutant hound here too. And more mutants. Suppose I was so happy chucking grenades here I didn't really think about how many people we kill. Especially after I saw there's some kind of legendary
Can
son
you
of a bitch
imagine
here.
these weapons in the hands of those super mutants?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I'll take every one of them I can. I don't think they have weight for me. This is multiple, yeah, entire room of mini nuke warheads. Ah, shit. So the room upstairs is not something that we can access from anywhere else. Hmm.
We should search this area carefully for any technical documentation or pre-war artifacts.
Yeah. But if we can't really do it the easy way, just have to go in and shoot their brains out. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Let's just drink some water. So two guys. One is at least patrolling.
Whatever this thing was, it's been totally torn to pieces. This equipment's here for a reason. Let's find out why.
Who's there?
Keep your safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around. You never know what you'll find.
Night vision calibrated powerful pipe rifle. And we're done. Not too bad. So this was nothing. Just a room. Right. Right. We're done.
Paladin.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
They're responsible for the death of a close friend, a Brotherhood knight named Cutler. So when you ask if I hate them, I say hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
How could synths bring about our destruction?
If the synths reached the point where they outnumbered mankind, how long would it take for them to decide we were no longer necessary? They certainly possess the capability to make more of their own kind, so we'd become expendable. And with Institute technology on their side, nothing could stop them. Not even the Brotherhood. It's a nightmare scenario almost too terrible to contemplate. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
You still have my loot, by the way. He doesn't care. I'm hoping I can just ask him to join, then bring the loot to our base, then just get rid of him. How much free carry weight do I have? 2 pounds. Don't think I'll pick up anything new. When did we, yeah, we have 1 level up in store. To Prydwen. Boston Airport. So maybe attract settlers here. Ghoulish perk, radiation heals you. It's possible that hostile feral ghouls actually become allies. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting, in fact. A lot of, well, actually I don't know if it's a lot of, but different attribute setups allow for nice options. But those are such options that are less pragmatic. They're like, they're interesting more than they're really useful.
You know those synths with the plastic faces? Ugh, they creep me the heck out.
Good to know. Thank you for sharing. I think I'll leave the Brotherhood missions at this for the time being.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
So, what happens at Fort Strong now?
Paladin Danse is supervising the transfer of the Fat Man warheads to the Prydwen. They'll provide quite an edge to our arsenal. I've also ordered a detachment to occupy the location, and use it as a staging area to protect the eastern side of the airport. All in all, you handed us quite a valuable location.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Sounds like you're gonna have me crawling through the sewers now.
It could be the sewers, the transit tunnels, or maybe an old vault. We just don't have enough information right now. I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
What about those energy readings Paladin Dance's recon team detected?
Our scribes are confident that the energy readings are from Institute technology, due to the unusually high frequency. But the source is unknown. We're still detecting them on occasion. But by the time we send a team to investigate, they disappear. Just watch your step. I wouldn't be surprised if the energy reading were caused by some type of Institute weapon. Is there anything else?
Might as well ask as much as possible.
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Any suggestions on where I should look next?
I'd pursue your lead regarding Dr. Amari. I'm not certain if she's a crackpot, or if she can genuinely assist your search. But our sources say she has some interesting technology at her disposal. Anything else, Knight?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
So we're 6 pints overweight. Of course the grenades have to have a weight. Right. Pound a piece. Actually do a 1 point of damage too. Right. I think I'll just hold my ass to the local shopkeeper here and sell some of this shit away. Pompadour wig. We could give up this. But it's not enough. Not nearly enough. Crap. Enraging board. Hunter's knuckles. Let's go with this. I'm sure I have some kind of a drug I can use. Buff out or something. Yeah.
Adjusting internal ballonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Where exactly was it? Not here. Not the flight deck.
Getting a bit of a twitch on prop 3.
Mint.
Adjust.
This game seems to be handling itself a little bit better.
I'd gladly lay down my life. keeps humanity from repeating
It's a time of updates. There should be a update first patch of the game this week, I think, and the recording program got just updated
Ferals.
just before this
Radiation
session.
has a twisted sense of humor.
I'm not sure if there is a difference. Hopefully mainly the stability has
Those
increased.
farmers give you any trouble? I trust you know what to do.
I'll take a look.
Be my guest.
We need to get rid of at least a few pounds of weight. Enraging board. Away. Hunter's knuckle. So the flare gun is more or less the same as those smoke grenades. Ask for reinforcement from local militia or Minutemen settlements. But they're sort of worthless unless we start actually developing them. I'm thinking of going it alone for a while. At least the syringer sniper rifle would be useful then. Pulse mines. I don't think I'll really use these. Grenades are much more useful. Biogenic grenades. Maybe I have something to sell. I'm not exactly using the black suit either. Combat armor pieces, hazmat suit. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is actually try to just get the hell out of here.
Ad Victorium, sister. So you're the new knight I heard about? Glad to have you on the team.
Suppose I could take the armor. My own power armor. That'll give me the strength. But I suppose we could also... screw it. Let's take it. Would be the 4th power armor we have in our little hut. I'm thinking of... well... basically I'm thinking of maybe build up a settlement. Go exploring, find new settlements, something. It seems like it's starting to be important. We are starting to have the necessary skill levels to do a lot of the important changes.
Can't pick this.
Whose room is this? Elder Max. Apparently I can use his terminal. Paladin Hudson. We picked up some disturbing news regarding a rise in super mutant activity near the Commonwealth, and Paladin Hudson has bravely volunteered to single-handedly investigate. This mission will take the Paladin deep into hostile territory, so he'll need all the support we can provide. I'm having Tegan give Paladin Hudson an ample supply of ammunition and make sure Ingram certifies his power armor is in peak condition. I'm also allowing Paladin Hudson full use of one of our vertibird gunships, so I'll have one prepped immediately. Once everything is ready, I'll meet you and Paladin Hudson on the flight deck so we can give him a proper send-out. I can't stress to you enough how dangerous this mission will be, so it's imperative that we provide the Paladin with all the support we can muster. As requested, I'm providing you with all the current information we have on Recon Squad Artemis. According to our records, we sent them into the Commonwealth approximately 3 years ago to perform a standard survey beginning with the Malden area. We received a few reports from the team and then abruptly lost contact. Nothing in their communication indicated anything unusual, so we assume they've either lost the ability to radio us or have been killed. The squad consisted of 7 soldiers under the command of Paladin Brandis, so they certainly had plenty of firepower and the experience required to survive a deep recon mission. I have several recon teams searching for Adams' whereabouts, but so far they've been unsuccessful. So you know, in order to get Pridwen rapidly to the Commonwealth, I had my engineering team pull her older power plant and replace it with an updated fusion plant we pulled from the aircraft carrier wreckage. It was able to squeeze almost 100% efficiency from the new reactor, but the system is burning through our coolant supply faster than expected. As we've been docked over the airport, I've been able to deactivate the main engines to cool down the reactor, but we're still eating up coolant when we're in hover mode. We're eventually going to hit a point where we'll run out of coolant. If that happens, we'll need to put Pridwen on the ground. I desperately need your help if we want to prevent that from happening. I'll be certain to provide you with the details at our next briefing. Maybe we should talk to the captain about that. Actually Ingram. Okay. As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. Armor jacket. You'll be pleased to know that work on the armored reinforcement plating for your jacket is complete, and I'll be more than happy to send you a scribe to retrieve it when you're ready. The plating is fairly strong, and I think you'll appreciate how lightweight the entire jacket will feel once the modification is made. I've stress tested the plating, and it should help you resist different types of energy weapon fire, as well as most ballistic threats. After you try it on, let me know if it's comfortable to wear long term or if I need to make adjustments to the design. According to Proctor Quinlan, we have a serious security threat on our hands. There's a sizable stockpile of Fat Man shells being kept nearby at the remains of Fort Strong. More disturbingly, the facility is currently held by a super mutant contingent of unknown size. I'm certain I don't have to remind you that the super mutants are smart enough to utilize the weapons, and that the Pridwen is well within a Fat Man launcher's range. I urge you to send someone down there immediately to deal with this threat before we end up as targets for their nuclear arsenal. Update. I wanted to inform you that I'm having all of the Fat Man shells recovered from Fort Strong moved from the armory ruins to the lower cargo area of the Pridwen. This will ensure that the weapons remain protected as we prepare for our assault on the Institute. I wonder if we're gonna ram Pridwen and use it as sort of a nuke to assault some kind of a site. Overload the reactors and everything. Maybe not. But it seems like an odd choice in my opinion to just load it all here. I wouldn't do it. I mean, this is a flying ship, and while it's stationary, it's probably a relatively easy target to take down too. So you're risking all that weaponry for what? It would... Maybe there's a good reason
Taking
for
on
it.
a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. But it feels like the game might be sort of setting things up for something. Anyway, I'll dump some equipment here and end it here. I need to make some choices again. I think I'd like to explore a little bit, at least to get a level up. We need one more to get a decent ability boost. But I'd like to explore, maybe find a couple of extra settlements to join. Buff up the settlements we have, that sort of thing. I'm not sure what we have tech for. We can do heavy machine guns, which were sort of worthless. We can do laser turrets. We can do shotgun turrets. We can do spotlights. We can do heavy laser turrets. Fiber optics are actually quite hard to get. Actually, yeah, I think we can get. We can't get Science 3 yet. So the base turrets are not available, but we can certainly improve upon things. Normal laser turret, heavy machine gun turret. Well, it ain't pretty, but at least we can move around again. And this isn't exactly a proper home anymore, it's too cramped. And we can barely move. Could I put up a couple of birdie grenades here? We don't need 14 fragmentation mines either. Right. Anything with weights. Burn textbook. Cybernetic pain inhibitor, cybernetic limb actuator, cybernetic this and that. Ah. $18 corn. Oh. Okay, now the carry weight situation looks a little bit more acceptable. Mutated fern flowers was a quest, so it should get us money. Bat scorpion eggs, right? £140, so we had 30 pounds of basically food stuff. But,
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.